books. We have 2 more packages that came in. One of them, I think I know what it is. The other, I'm not entirely sure. I was very late in going to pick up my packages because we had ice and shit, and I was all iced in and all that jazz. Sneaking these in here. This one, I believe, is from Agnes. I believe so, yes. So Agnes, who we all know because Agnes is like our resident suitor lover. Very specifically, Agnes likes Amphinomus. She had a very rough day at recent book club, having to mourn the death of her mans. As we said, look, and as I always say, love your trash mans. You just have to admit they're trash. Like, as a resident Phantom of the Opera girly, I freely acknowledge that mans is trash, but, you know, his songs still make me cry, and I'll cry at the end of the musical, be like, poor baby, I could fix him. No, I can't. He's many bad things. But, so this, I believe, you had told me, this is a book called Between Then and Now by Kira, is it Kira Isabel? Or is it Kyra Isabel? Isabel? I'm so sorry. I could be mispronouncing your name. And Agnes had told me this was an author that is local, I believe, to you, Agnes? Yes? Local author? I like to read. I like to read all the time, so why not? I'm always here for a good time. So I will get to that. I have quite a lengthy TBR. A lot of my TBR right now is made up of audiobooks, and almost all of the audiobooks I consume are essentially nonfiction. It's how I generally consume nonfiction books, is I love listening to them, because to me, if they're really well written and it's, you know, some sort of topic I'm interested in, it's like getting a super interesting lecture. And so I can really get involved and invested and listen. And I just finished up one fantastic book called King Leopold's Ghost, which was quite brutal, actually, by Adam Hochschild, which is about the Belgian Congo. And I heard of this book thanks to a podcast, actually, called And the Rest is History, which is a great podcast, by the way, hosted by 2 British historians. And it happened to get mentioned. I was like, I'm going to read this book. It was brutal, but it was good. So I'm going to be delving soon into a massive tome on Peter the Great. I go all over the place. And this, I think I know what this is, but I'm not sure. I don't want to dox who it is, and I guess I have to, because you have what I believe is like proper your address. If this is what I think it is, I know what it is, but I'm actually not entirely sure. This one could end up being a bit of a surprise. It looks like it's supposed to be something that, I think it's a piece of, seems like it's probably a piece of art, given it's put between 2 foam pieces to lay flat. At least that's what I'm assuming it's for. It's a trick to keep it laying flat. I've done something similar when I used cardboard, actually, when I was mailing some illuminated pieces out to a friend of mine, and I didn't want them to get all rolled up because I was using pergaminata paper. So let's see, this cut through. Yes. What have we here? Gonna come through. Oh, you attached I think it's attached with the tape over here too. Yes. It's caught in some tape. I think I got it. Oh, this is metal. It is what I think it is. Although, I'm gonna have to ping the person who sent this to me, because you just sent me a message saying you got refunded because it didn't come through. It did. This is a very, very cute family tree of Greek mythology. The same. I'm blanking on your name because you said I only know your TikTok name. The Wonderful Bookmarks and that other book, which was so fabulous. And this one is pretty fun. I like that it's metal. That's actually quite nice. It actually begins with chaos. So we begin way, way back in the beginning of essentially what would be the cosmogony, the origin of the universe, if you will, which is something that's referenced in the Theogony, or the Theogony by Hesiod, which I recommend. Is if you want to know about the Theogony, a little bit more about the Titanomachia, you read that, although I will say, like, look, Homer is fun. Homer's trying to tell you a story and be really entertaining while he's at it, because the whole point was for it to be performed. It's an epic poem. The Theogony, by contrast, is quite dry. It is not the most entertaining thing to read. It has a lot of great information and super useful to read in that respect, but don't go into it for entertainment. Basically, it's not the most fun thing you'll ever read. But this is so cool. It starts with chaos. It's pretty much strictly the gods. I have that massive tree in my bedroom from my grandfather, but that one also includes a lot of mortals, because essentially all of the heroes and what have you are descended from a god somewhere. It's sort of a prerequisite to be a hero, is your nobility, you're descended from a god somewhere. So this is strictly from chaos going on down through the Olympians, and some of their divine children, and take some very interesting ones. I mean, it's great. You get the Pleiades, the Gorgons, the Grey-Eye, the Nereids, the Sirens, the Shishanids. So you get some of the nymphs in there, which is really cool. The Horai. This is actually really great. Well done. And noting out the Titans here. Probably can't see very well. The Titans are here in red. The Olympians are in a blue. It's almost coming out as purple in here. Which makes me want to answer the question, like, are the Titans, what's the difference between a Titan and an Olympian? Generation, really. The Titans are 12 very specific children of Gaia and Uranus, right? The 12 Titans. And the Olympians are a specific 12 gods. So it's not like other gods that are of the same generation of the Titans are considered Titans. They're not. It's these 12 very specific children. So it's, in case anyone's curious. Other than that, between the Titans and the Olympians, the Titans are probably a little more, air quotes, you would think, more powerful, but ultimately the Olympians win, and also a bunch of the Titans side with the Olympians. So the power sort of shifts in that way. Anyway, thank you. This is so nice. I have to figure out, I don't think this might actually sort of fit on my bookcase. Maybe, we'll see. I'm gonna have to figure out where to hang this, because it's metal. This will be fun to figure out where to put this. Thank you so much. Yep, got some more things to unbox. One of which, actually, I think I know what they both are. I think. One of which I'm very, very, very excited about, because I'll have to tell you the story. It went on quite a journey to get here. So let's start with Amazon. Hi. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to see Peg, don't you? Hold, please. Alas, Peg, none of this, I believe, is for you. So she'll open this. This is what I think it is. And you left me note. We love note. Note is good. I will always read the note. The genealogy of Greek mythology, an illustrated family tree of Greek myth from the first god to the founders of Rome, which means we have included Aeneas. You kind of have to, if we're talking the founders of Rome. Over 17 feet in length on each side. Oh my goodness gracious. It's gonna be insane to open. And this, yet you had shipping, so I sent you this instead. Yes, SirenPureblood 18. Who contacted me on TikTok. What's wild though is you claimed it didn't come, and yet I believe it did. So I think they lied to you. It might have been slowed down by shipping, because weather has thrown all the shipping off all over the place. But thank you for that. Oh my god, that's gonna be so much fun to have. I now have so many versions of Greek myth genealogy, and this I have to make sure you guys cannot say the address, because this had to get shipped to my actual IRL home and not to the P.O. box, because this is from Shadow, who you might remember. You've seen the beautiful little Polyphemus and Bill the sheep, who's showed up many a time in my background. That is from Shadow. And initially it had been sent to my P.O. box, but they sent it to the wrong place, like not my P.O. box at all, and they were like, oh, it was already delivered, blah, 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 blah. So whoever you are who randomly got these, the OG versions of these, hope you enjoyed them. They're cute, but we have more to join the Polyphemus and Bill the sheep, and I'm very excited about these. I'm so excited. Oh my god, because first and foremost, we have, he's even got little nips. It's so perfect. We have a Minotaur. Look at this. Look at this little baby. Look at this. Look at this baby with his little nose ring. Look at him. And the initial version of this was not in fact white, but Shadow was like, wait, isn't it a white bull? Famously, that Minos' wife is like driven crazy by, we don't need to discuss. And we're like, yeah, I think it is. Pretty sure it's specified. This is traditionally kind of how it's depicted. So it's like, oh, would the Minotaur then be white? We're like, we don't know. It's made white. I believe, Shadow, you said your husband did the little nose ring. You're so cute. You're just so precious. Gonna have to go on the bookcase with Polyphemus and Bill. And then, because we all know that with Kisadoodles, with Kisadoodles, we'll be fine. I was obsessed with the Chonky Birb. I was like, I need a Chonky Birb. Who doesn't need a Chonky Birb? Look at it. Look at the little Chonky Owl Birb. Look at it. It's so cute. It's so cute. I can't. The little owl is so cute. Ah! It's so cute. They're just so cute. Thank you, Shadow. I cannot make things like handicrafts, like stuff like this. I never had the patience for it or the ability, and so I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. What, you want to sniff? You can't put them in your mouth. Don't you dare. No. See, now I had to take it away because she will absolutely try to tear our poor little Minotaur apart from his ass end. Peg tends to go for the butts on all of her toys, and they are disemboweled via their rears. She has a type. She's now staring at this like, no, he's gonna go on the shelf, but thank you. But thank you for the inspection. They are so cute. But oh my gosh, yes, thank you. And also thank you again, Siren, for this. The genealogy of Greek mythology that is apparently like 17 feet in length. This is insane. Absolutely insane. That's so cool that it's folded out. I think it'll still fit on my shelf. Might have to go on one of the lower shelves because it seems quite tall. But this is amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Shadow, for these babies. And for making them twice. Making and sending them out twice. Like, my babies. They're gonna go on my shelf. I'm so excited.